Yo, hit the sub, hit the bell, let's get into it. So today I'm going to be, or tonight should I say, I'm going to be reviewing a scent that I was wanting to pick up for probably about a year now. I haven't had a chance to get my hands on it. I've watched a few reviews on it. It seemed like everybody really not feeling this one. There's a few people that I saw that reviewed it that liked it, but everyone else not so much. Dolce and Gabbana, parfume, Intenso. I do get it. I think it's mainly the name that's throwing this off. Where everybody's just kind of just not feeling it. So immediately you're greeted with a nice chocolate sort of box. So you're greeted with a chocolate velvet sort of material on the outside. Open this up, like a black material. I believe it's a brownish material on this side. Open this up. You're greeted with your bottle, same color interior. Pull this out. That is a nice box, y'all. It's simple, but I like it. And this is your bottle. Like a nice dark style bottle. Got a few of my handprints on it. It's like a really dark brown. It had like a brushed metal, sort of a brown brushed metal colored lid on there. Got your batch code information there at the bottom. Intenso Eau de Parfum on the front. This is I believe this is like a 2.5 ounce. Yeah, this is 2.5 ounce. It said on the bottom of this, but it's like written or printed or stamped in dark letters down here, so you really can't see it. Made in France, 75 ml. Pop the lid. So the lid is really snug on here. Snaps into place. It got a little bit of weight to it. I just really like that finish on there. It really goes well with that dark brown presentation. It's had that dark brown brushed metal sort of look to it. I think it's just like a really heavy plastic. I don't think it's metal. This is the atomizer. Spray nozzle is the same color as the outside of it. Sometimes you'll see like gray or white, or some of them even black, but this one is like the same dark brown color. Not bad. Distributes pretty well. It distributes kind of far as well. All right, let's test it out on the skin. I can't really get enough of this box. I really like that. We're gonna let this like chill out a little bit, but immediately you get a little bit of, it opens up a little bit. This is a little green, real fresh, kind of clean. It opens up real green, and as it's settling down, it becomes a little bit more warm. Look, there's a little bit of spice to it. Not much, but there's a little bit of warmth, spice, and smoke to this one. I like it, but I'm confused. This is an Eau de Parfum, and I would have just assumed that the presence would have been a little bit bigger, and I feel like this one really isn't. It's a nice smelling scent, don't get me wrong, but it definitely isn't intense, and I don't know what the oil concentration is, but I don't think it's EDP. It probably is an EDT, and they just labeled it as that. That's not an EDP at all. To me, it fades quickly for this to be to me, the name does this. It's not a bad scent. It's not a bad scent, but I believe it's the name that does this scent harm. I put this on earlier, and I had this on from 1 o'clock until I say roughly around 5 or 6. And I had to really dig my nose into my arm. Like, this is the hand that I just sprayed. This is the hand that I still had something from earlier. And it's just a faint skin scent after 5 hours. So this doesn't perform well at all. You know, so far as EDP and the name, it doesn't perform well at all. The name did it. It's this packaging. You see this packaging, you see this name, you see this concentration at the bottom, you're going to automatically assume this is for to hit you, and it's going to project, it's going to have the longevity. You're going to only need just a little bit of it, but honestly, you can put a few sprays of this on and it's not going to be offensive. This is not an offensive scent. It's light. It shouldn't be a light scent with this concentration, this title, this packaging. Just the overall look of this, it looked like it's going to hit hard and it just doesn't. Definitely underperforms. I like the scent. My wife smelled it on me and she was just like, oh, that's different. I like that. Right now you're getting the sweet. Right now you're getting that sweet and you're getting that smoke and you're getting like this just a little bit of woodiness and that warmth, which is nice. I like it. It reminds me of a scent that you would wear long night at the office and you just got off work. You go and you hit up one of the local pubs or local bars and you're just kind of hanging out there, you know what I'm saying? Shirt unbuttoned, necktie loose, chilling, sleeves rolled up, watch. Like, that's what this reminds me of. It may be the weekend, it may not. It may have just been a long day at the office kind of thing. That's what this scent reminds me of. With the notes that they were classifying on the website, to me, you don't really get a lot of any of those notes. It's not something that you can easily break down and say, oh yeah, that's this, that's that, that's this right here. To me, it mingles all together and it becomes a nice scent, but just not for what this is supposed to be. This, from what I'm hearing, is supposed to be an intense version of the original Dolce and Gabbana parfum. And I haven't smelled that one in years, but this doesn't do that. They could have named this one Dolce Late Night, Dolce and Gabbana Late Hours, something like Night on the Town or Late, something like that, and just gave it its own thing and gave it its own DNA. It smells good. Got that, like I said, got that sweetness, that warmth. It has a little bit of that smoke. It's not completely terrible, but a lot of the notes that they say are on there, you really don't get. I saw that they had honey, tobacco. You barely get a tobacco. If it is, it's like a clean, neat version. I can catch a little bit of the honey. I can catch the lavender. I don't really get the basil in the beginning, but you get the subtle woody smell. You get that lavender. You get that barely get that tobacco. It's just, to me, the scent just underperforms, and the notes that are listed seem like they're a little faint or non-existent when you actually place this. So let me try this scent off my skin, because right now it's on my skin and just things break down differently. As I said in my previous videos, when it comes to fragrances touching your skin and your body's chemistry, things just break down a lot differently. So I got a box here. I don't think anything is on it, so I'm gonna try this right on the side of the box. One spray. Like I said, you definitely get that green in the beginning. Now, they would have added this note to it. That would have been probably nice. Added this note to it and up that concentration. You'd have you a good scent on you, and just give it its own lane. Give it its own DNA. I get the tobacco and the sweetness just off my skin. You get the tobacco. Like right at the top. Like, to me, it's like one of the first things you get is like that green. And then you get the tobacco, but it's so faint that you barely can decipher it. That's a nice scent, but it could have been done a lot more. It could have added more power to this fragrance, especially for this name, the presentation, and what DNA is supposed to be after. They could have did more with this. They could have made this a bit more powerful. I love the presentation. I love the look and the aesthetics of it. I feel like this will look good in my collection. It won't be something that I wear that often. Like I said, on a date night, late night, can't really see me wearing this in a day. Winter, fall season, you get about maybe like 4 hours, maybe close to 5, but right around that 5th hour, I had to really dig my nose into my skin just to smell it. Again, as I said before, just because I can't smell it doesn't mean that is where the longevity actually stops. Somebody else may be able to pick up this scent on you perfectly. So be mindful of that. Maybe have someone to smell you before you just sniff yourself and then write it out at that time. Have someone else to give you a smell, and they may be to pick it up on you easily. From my initial experience with this, about 4 hours. It projects barely. This barely projects. For this concentration and for this title, it severely underperformed, and they shouldn't have named it this. That's what's hurting this. They would have named this anything else. It would have made a little bit more sense, but it's the name and the DNA that it's supposed to be composed after. That's what's hurting. That is it for this video, you guys. I will catch you guys soon. That is my thought process on it. Very warm, sweet scent, chill. It's kind of subtle. It's not too much. It's not overpowering. So if you overspray, you should be still okay. Nice scent. I spent maybe $50 or something like that on it. Probably could have found it online, but I saw it in store in person, and I went ahead and just picked it up. Like I said, overall I like the scent, but I think it's just what it's titled as and what it's supposed to be. That's what's a little off-putting. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys soon, man. Peace.